10 products every woman over 40 needs to have in her beauty arsenal. Hello everyone, welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Risa, and I was a professional makeup artist for more than 25 years before becoming a full-time content creator here on YouTube. And today I'm going to be sharing with you 10 outside-the-box beauty products that I believe every woman over 40, over 50, over 60 needs to have. Okay, maybe not everyone, but most of us will benefit from owning these products. And when I say these products are outside the box, I mean that I'm not going to be showing you the typical things you might find in an over 40, over 50 video like this, such as retin-A or a good concealer. These are products you may not have actually thought would make a difference, but they do. First up is this new Cetaphil Hydrating and Firming Cream. Now, if you're like me, you probably thought, new? Hasn't this product or something similar been around for a while? And yes, while you may have seen some form of Cetaphil moisturizer on the shelves of your local Ulta Beauty or pharmacy, this is in fact a new product, and it does in fact have some new technology behind it. This formula is clinically proven to deliver AHA and encapsulated cica deep into the surface skin layers to help activate sleeping cells for firmer, less crepey looking skin. And this can be used on your face and your neck. I have primarily been putting this on my neck for the past 3 to 4 weeks. I am definitely seeing a difference in the firmness and tone of my neck, which I think helps to make it look a little bit more youthful. I am trying to put off getting a neck lift or some sort of lower facelift for as long as possible. And it does claim that it will firm, smooth, and reduce crepey skin in as little as 1 to 4 weeks. I wish I had taken a photo before I started so you could see the difference between then and now. Maybe I will do that today. Maybe I'll take a photo today and then update you in another month or so. So I have a full 8 weeks of showing you the difference. You don't have to use this on just your face and neck though, either. You can use it on any part of the body where you are experiencing crepey skin. And I've got to say the reviews are amazing. Oh my goodness, I'm just seeing some before and afters on their website. User before and afters that look amazing. I'm going to screenshot this and put it up somewhere as B-roll because wow. The review says, "Fountain of youth. My results exceeded every expectation. I was shocked comparing selfie results from 30 days ago. It is the fountain of youth." I have tried so many firming skin products over the years, and it is so rare that I notice results so quickly. Has it given me my 35-year-old neck back? Maybe not, but I truly feel that if I keep going with this morning and night, I just might get close. Now, before I move on to my next product, I do want to thank my sponsor for today's video, which is Midi Health. I've been a Midi partner for over a year now, and I'm really grateful for this partnership because it's something that has truly helped me personally so much. If you're in perimenopause or menopause, you know how frustrating it can be trying to get real help for your symptoms, whether it's weight change, difficulty losing weight, hot flashes, PCOS, skin changes, trouble sleeping. A lot of women go to their primary care doctor or their OBGYN and end up feeling dismissed or like their concerns aren't taken seriously. And I know that because that was my experience and the experience of a lot of my viewers who have told me that it was. So enter Midi Health. Midi is a virtual care clinic specifically for women going through perimenopause and menopause. And I love that the visits are virtual. You're not rushed. The focus is 100% on you. You simply book your appointment online, meet with a clinician from the comfort of your own home, and actually talk through what you're experiencing. If testing is needed, Midi will help coordinate that, and then you continue with follow-up visits so that your care can be adjusted as needed. My clinician made me feel like she genuinely wanted to help me figure things out. I've been on HRT now for about 15 months, and I truly couldn't be happier with how much better I feel. And because of that experience, I find myself recommending Midi all the time to friends and even to people online in the comment section of videos that I come across where women are mentioning that they feel very ignored by their primary care doctors or OBGYNs. So if you're looking for personalized, compassionate care from your own home, covered by insurance, although they do have a self-pay option as well, you're going to want to click the link below in the description box and book your first visit. Next up is a hairline powder. I'm sure some of you have seen these before. A lot of influencers, including myself, have recommended the Boldify hair powder. But I'll be honest with you, none of the shades were quite right for me. I have tried the lightest blonde to just add highlights, and that does work. But what I need it for is to cover the gray, mainly at my hairline. Now, I'm sure a lot of you watching are embracing your gray, which I think is fabulous. I love that there's this whole movement of women, even whom are starting to go gray in their 30s, are just embracing it. And I love that for them. I just don't love it for me. Now, I have spoken in the past about root sprays, and I do still like a root spray on occasion, especially if I have a lot of regrowth. But when I'm just maybe 2 weeks out from having my hair colored and I've got the gray coming through right at my hairline, I find a hair powder works better. And because the shades were not quite right for me with the Boldify, I moved on to another one from Amazon that had really, really good reviews. This one is from the brand Kimuse, and I'm using the light brown. I've got the light brown in the Boldify. This one is the dark blonde, and I find the dark blonde is too light and their light brown is too warm. And when I'm filming under these lights, the camera picks up that warmth like crazy. So finding the right shade matters. If you've never used one of these powders before, they look like this. And the little sponge applicator comes out of the bottom. So be sure to put that back and make sure it's on tightly so you don't lose it. And it has a little mirror inside. I don't use that, but I do pick up the product with this spongy thing. And then I go in and ta-da! It fills in my hairline, so it makes it look thicker. And it also covers the gray and doesn't pull red on camera. So if you are someone who is not quite ready to embrace their gray and are looking for an easy, inexpensive way to touch up between salon colorings or at-home colorings, I highly recommend a root powder. Speaking of coverage, how about body coverage? This is my collection of body coverage products. As a makeup artist, something I do notice about other people is when their face looks very youthful and flawless, but then the chest really shows off the age due to sun damage, due to just normal aging. I have the same issue. My chest does not look nearly as good as my face. So what do? I cover it. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying old skin needs to be covered at all times. Not at all. Most of the time when I go out, I'm just showing off my bare skin. I just don't care. I'm referring to when you are going out on a date night or you have a special event or you're getting photos taken and you want your skin to look just as perfected as your face. And if you're someone who does want their skin to look perfect every time they leave the house, I have no judgment about that either. And I am counting this as one product in this top 10 because you do not need all of these. The only reason why I have all of these is because I've been testing out different ones so that I can tell you which ones are the best. And truthfully, they're all good. They all have their pros and cons. None of them, I will say, are completely transfer proof. So I'm going to show you an add-on product that is going to make all of these completely transfer proof. The first one I ever tried was Fenty Body Sauce. I love this one. I've actually repurchased it. It's very hydrating. It's very even. It's not sticky. It smells good. And this one actually offers some coverage, not a lot of coverage, but some. I find that if a product has too much coverage, like this one from Westmore Beauty, it can look very artificial and just, I don't know. I just don't like the look of my legs or my chest being all one perfected color. Maybe that's just me and I just don't love the look. So when I do use this product, I end up mixing it with a little moisturizer or a little bit of this Vaseline Golden Hour Glow Gel oil. I put a little bit of this in the palm of my hand and then a little bit of this in the palm of my hand, mix it together, and then apply it with a brush like this. This one is from Patrick Ta, but I will link a less expensive one in the description box where all of the links to all of these products will be. I will also tag them through YouTube Shopping if they're available. Unfortunately, YouTube Shopping doesn't work with Amazon, so I can't link or tag products to Amazon through YouTube Shopping, but the links are in the description box. That is what I was trying to say. Now, if you don't want any coverage, you just want hydration and glow, then you can use this Vaseline gel oil on its own. And this is the, like I said, the golden hour glow, but it does come in lighter shimmer shades if you just want to embrace the pale and you don't want to add any color. And then there's the Gleam by Melanie Mills. This is really nice if you want a combination of light to medium coverage with shimmer. So this one has no shimmer. This one, no shimmer. This one, shimmer. This one also has shimmer. And the one I have is, let me see, Peach Deluxe. Although I think I have this in another shade too. And so this one, came out a little fast. Thankfully I have a tissue sitting right here. And this just gives such a beautiful glow. Can you see the difference? And once again, I do recommend applying these types of products with a brush. I'm going to put a little bit on my chest, again, using the Melanie Mills. And actually, I'm just going to put it on my collarbones. I love some type of shimmer product on my collarbones, on my cheekbones, on the front part of my leg, and then also the shoulders if my shoulders were exposed. I promise you, body makeup will make you feel like a goddess. So we're going to keep all of this locked down with this guy. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. I must have a total of 10 cans around my house. This spray will instantly, well, in 3 seconds, makes it so the body makeup will not transfer. A couple months ago, I saw a video of an influencer using this over her body makeup, putting on a white outfit. Even though I have faith in this product, I didn't have that much faith in it. But now I do, because watching her video convinced me. And if I can find it again, I will put it as B-roll. If not, just trust me, I saw it and I was amazed. I've spoken about these white strips before. These are very affordable. I buy them on Amazon. I think I pay like under $10 for a 7-day supply. But really any white strips will do. You just want to make sure that you are whitening your teeth. Because let's face it, white teeth are more youthful. They're perceived as being more beautiful. And I don't know about you, but I feel more confident when I smile and my smile is white. My teeth do still look pretty white, but I do drink coffee every single day. So I like to use these once every 6 months for upkeep. And these are definitely my favorite because my teeth get so sensitive. I honestly begin to notice significant whitening of my teeth after about the second use. The next two products are ones that you are going to have to wait a little bit longer to see results, but you will. First up is the Swede Pro Eyelash Serum. I've been raving about this for more than a year now because when I am consistent with this eyelash serum, I notice such a difference in the length and fullness of my lashes. And what's special about this one is that it is prostaglandin analog free, yet still effective. No matter how many warnings are put out there about other lash serums that do contain prostaglandin analogs, no matter how many times people are told that that can lead to a change in eye color, it can lead to a change in the fat pads around the eyes, a diminishing of those fat pads around the eyes, people still use those serums because it's kind of like tanning beds. No matter how many warnings people get, they still want to be tan. And a lot of people still want to have long lashes. So they're willing to use those lash serums that have potential not so great side effects. I'm not willing to do that. So when I discovered Swede and I was consistent with using it, that's very, very important. I noticed a significant change in my blonde, thin, puny lashes. And once again, prostaglandin analog free. And then I cannot get enough of this Mimois Niacindy Dark Spot Ampule. I spoke about Mimois products in a video back in January. And the difference this has made with the dark spots or hyperpigmentation I have in this area of my face around my jawline is significant. I really like that it is a targeted product. So what you do is you just pump out the serum and then you roll it onto your dark spots. You can use it morning and night. I typically just use it at night and give it 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. You will start to notice a difference. I encourage you to do as I say, not as I do, and take a photo, a before photo, when you start using this product. This contains liposomal NAD+ and 10% niacinamide, along with 9 peptides and thioctic acid, which is a powerful antioxidant that helps fade existing discoloration, repairs skin damage, and improves your skin's overall clarity. All right, now we're going to get a little personal. Something I did not know when I was in my 40s and now in my 50s. I just learned this a couple years ago, that around that age, we can experience changes in our body odor. And apparently that is due to our decreasing estrogen levels and shifting hormone levels, increases in sweat from hot flashes, which hopefully you're going to get help with those if you experience them, and the production of a compound called 2-nonenal, nonenal, that can result in a more musky or noticeable scent. So when I heard that, I became very paranoid because as someone who really takes pride in their appearance, one of the things I've also always taken pride in is that I felt like I took care of my hygiene and that I smelled good. So I was perusing Amazon, as one does, and I came across this product right here. It is the Secret Whole Body Deodorizing Body Wash. It removes 6 causes of odor. It's pH balanced for intimate skin, and it offers 24-hour odor protection. I have tried things like Lumi, and there's another brand that has something similar, and I had an awful reaction to Lumi, unfortunately. Even though it was their deodorant that I had a reaction to and not their body wash, I was still hesitant to try. I've been hesitant to try their body wash, but I'm so glad I tried this one because I love it. I took it with me on a road trip to Los Angeles with a fellow YouTuber. We were going to a YouTube event and we were sharing a room, and I had this in the shower. And she asked me, how do you like that secret body wash? And I told her what I'm telling you now. I love it. In fact, I just ordered another bottle. It was supposed to come today, but lately Amazon has been really weird and my Prime orders are being delayed. I'm fairly certain it's called Peach and Vanilla is the one I ordered. This is fresh lilac and water lily. The way this smells, it is so, so good. And that is what I also told my friend is, what do you think of the scent in the bathroom? Because when she walked into the bathroom, she noticed how good it smelled in there. But I also love that this scent doesn't linger on your skin, really. It's giving you that odor protection, but you can still put your body mist or perfume on even when you're using this. It's not going to clash, so don't worry about that. But if you want to just feel so clean, but it will not strip your skin of hydration at all, it's actually quite hydrating and it's effective. Otherwise, I would not have ordered a new bottle. While we're on the topic of smelling good, everyone needs to check out Uncle Harry's Mineral Toothpaste. It does take some getting used to because it doesn't look or taste like Crest or Colgate. But let me tell you, this stuff is going to give you the freshest breath, and that fresh breath is going to last for hours. This was recommended to me over a year ago from a young woman, a young influencer named Ashley Page. And this woman is so beautiful and classy and so sweet and just gives some of the best lifestyle and beauty advice out there. Even though she's young enough to be my daughter, I still follow her and listen to a lot of her recommendations because I just think she's fabulous. And she is the kind of person that you look at and you just know her hair smells fresh. She's wearing the prettiest perfume and she doesn't have bad breath. So when she recommended this, I added it to my cart immediately. It says here that Uncle Harry's oral care remedies are proudly SLS-free, gluten-free, glycerin-free, fluoride-free, and vegan to meet even the most sensitive and conscious tooth needs. Our 100% natural toothpaste products are also made without synthetic preservatives like foaming agents, colors, artificial flavors, or baking soda. So once again, the flavor does take some getting used to. I buy the peppermint, but it's worth it. You are going to have fresh smelling breath for hours. My final two products have to do with brows. As a makeup artist, I always said two things about the brows, and a lot of other makeup artists say this as well. First, brows are sisters, not twins. Most people's brows are going to look slightly different from one another. Also, brows are a frame for the face. It is very important that they are the right shape. It is very important that they exist. And a lot of us, as we get older, our brows disappear. Maybe they turn gray. Maybe you overplucked when you were younger, like a lot of us did, and the hair is just not growing back anymore or never did grow back. So having a great brow product, one that gives you very natural looking results, is very important. So the first thing I do, actually, I was going to show you the brow pen I've been using, but I think I'm going to show you the brow tint that Ashley Page, the influencer I just spoke about with the toothpaste, also influenced me to purchase. I'm actually going to use some of her video as B-roll because she is so much better at the demo than I am. I tried to do my own demo and it was just not nearly as good as hers. Some people just have a knack for short form videos. I am not one of those people. Anyway, this is the Just for Men beard dye. And it is the most amazing thing for tinting the brows. I use the shade light medium brown. And the first thing Ashley recommended, which is what I did, is I ordered a brow brush. It does come, I think I threw it out already. It does come with some sort of mixing device, but you don't need to use that. You do need to have something like this. And then you've got your color and your developer in tiny little bottles. And you just put equal parts color and developer into your little tray, mix it up with this brush, then paint the color onto your brows. Then you want to take a little micellar water on a Q-tip and clean off any excess so that it doesn't stain your skin. And then you set a timer based on how dark you want your brows to be. I set the timer for 3 minutes. Once the 3 minutes is up, I take a little more micellar water on a cotton pad and remove the product. My brows actually have color. And I just have to do this about once every 6 weeks. I just did mine 2 days ago, so they might look a little bit darker than my usual, but I love it for days when I don't want to put any makeup on. I've tried having my brows dyed in the past at the salon when I get my hair done. But because I use so many skincare products with actives or, I'm washing my face twice a day, the brow tint I would get done at the salon just never lasted. This stuff lasts. So I love waking up and having color already in my brows. And it does cover the gray. So if you're like me and you have thin, colorless brows, or you simply want to get rid of any gray in the brows, I highly recommend this tint. And something you should know about me if you don't know already is that I am constantly trying new brow products. And I recently discovered this brow pen from Vivia. Now, don't get me wrong, there are great brow pens available at Ulta Beauty, at Sephora, at the drugstore. There is the I almost said Build-A-Bear. Build-A-Brow from Maybelline. Anastasia Beverly Hills has a great brow pen. My favorite from Stila has been discontinued, unfortunately. And then MAC has one. A lot of brands make brow pens. But just like with the brow powder, the shade really, really matters. Because just like with the hair powder, you don't want something too light, too dark, too warm, too ashy. So it's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You have to find the one that is just right. And this 01, I think it's called light brown, is fantastic. And I love that it has prongs. I have no brow hair growth at the front of my brow. And while there are some brow pencils that have very, 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 very fine tips to them, I get frustrated with those because they break so easily. The finer the tip of a brow pencil, the easier it is to break off. And that is so frustrating. With this 3-pronged brow pen, I can easily get natural looking brow hairs towards the front of my brow. And natural is the key word. We don't want to be doing 2016 block brows. If you love the look of a 2016 brow, keep doing it. But if you're open to trying something different, maybe a little bit more natural, a brow pen is the way to go. Okay, I think that's going to do it. Those are the 10 beauty products I believe every seasoned woman should have in her beauty arsenal. As I mentioned earlier, every product will be listed and linked down below in the description box. If you are on your mobile phone, you will have to hit show more in order to bring down that description box. There you will also find the link to sign up for your first Midi health visit. You do not need to suffer. There is help out there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so. I upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find me over on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.